Welcome to Real Life Investing. This is Al getting in contact with you guys. Going to be talking to you today about Arcblock. Before we jump in, though, I want everybody to remember that whatever you see in the market, don't be dissuaded or discouraged. Make absolutely sure that you are, how can I say, using a little bit of wisdom right now. So at this point, this is, I would say, right around the quantitative easing time. It takes a few weeks for this to take place. Also, you got to understand too that let's just be real. People are manipulating the markets. The whales are really selling at the right time to make the market dump. Crypto is not, how can I say, crypto can be a little tough sometimes because of the fact that you have people who have control over certain markets and have control over certain crypto, et cetera. And they're doing things at a certain timing to get other people discouraged and get them out of the market. But remember, whatever we see on the channel is not financial advice. However, if you like what you see today, just actually like and subscribe to us. We're growing, and we're just going to ask you that you grow with us. We appreciate you. Now, taking a look at Arcblock right now, it is a little bit less than 1% on the 1 day. Well, let's see. Now, let's go a little bit further. We got Arcblock is down 16% on the 7 day for the week. For the month, Arcblock is down 25%. For the year, Arcblock is down 65%. I think overall, let's see, yeah, Arcblock is also down overall too. So just a heads up on that. Arcblock is, how can I say, it's dealing with some challenges, but at the same time, once the market comes alive, we do believe the Arcblock will be moving in the right direction. One thing I can say about Arcblock, they usually make their own news, and we'll be talking about that news today. And so let's just, how can I say, keep everything in perspective. A lot of altcoins, not just Arcblock in particular, are way down from where they were. This is the reason why we're looking at them right now, because of the fact that once the market goes up and these coins go up, then all of a sudden the bottom basement bargains that we're seeing right now are going to be gone. So if you ask me if I could get Arcblock at 50 cents, I would say, hey, no brainer. But the thing about it is this is a time when a lot of people are discouraged. A lot of people are not even looking at the prices, and they're waiting until everything goes up. You're only going to make your biggest money when the market goes down. So when all the crashes occur, when there's blood in the streets, that's when you're making your money. That's why we're here today. So those of you who are looking for a bargain right now, for you, I've got Arcblock. Now let's go ahead and look a little bit more, see what markets this is also in. Let's see, Coinbase, Gate, LCX, Exchange. We had heard something earlier that Arcblock was, how can I say, getting ready to be considered by Binance. So one of the things we know, if Binance takes this one on, this will be a no-brainer and it should come into effect. So, I mean, I had the information earlier. If you want to go back through my channel and look at my former Arcblock videos, you will find it. So, but let's go ahead and look a little bit further into right now. Let's just go ahead and go with some modern news, talking about Arcblock's, not Arcblock, but BlackRock. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink reported a strong third quarter results on Tuesday, saying that the cryptocurrency market will grow rapidly as the firm builds priority tokenization technology to move traditional assets on chain. Now, BlackRock says right here, diluted EPS of $8.43 or $11.55 on an adjusted basis, with assets under management climbing to 13.5 trillion. That's more than the entire crypto market, up, 17% year over year. Net inflows reached 205 billion, supported by a record demand for iShares, ETFs, private market products, and digital asset exposure. So looking at revenue increased by 25% to 6.5 billion, while GAAP earnings declined 23% due to acquisition-related costs. So it says the company cited broad-based growth across ETF, active management, alternatives platforms, along with rising technology service from this Aladdin platform. So let's just go ahead and talk about what he's talking about, Larry Fink. And like I said, we just wanted to highlight the success of BlackRock before we jump into what he said. It says in his remark, CEO Larry Fink emphasized the company's growing focus on blockchain and tokenization. I do believe we have some exciting announcements in the coming years on how we can play a larger role in this whole idea of the tokenization and digitalization of our assets. Call for faster U.S. regulatory clarity to support innovation in digital assets and outlined BlackRock's plan to build in-house systems for tokenized traditional securities that would bring traditional financial assets such as equities, bonds, and alternatives directly onto blockchain networks. This initiative aims to enhance transparency, liquidity, and efficiency while reducing settlement costs. We are investing ahead of client needs, Fink said, describing tokenization as an operational priority rather than a distant concept. Okay, so this is what we're looking at in this particular case, letting us know that you got your BlackRock CEO that is looking forward to crypto growing. And really, to be honest with you, these are the guys that have all the assets. A lot of these guys are in control of certain markets as well. Not saying that this particular person or that particular person is doing this or that, but we got to understand that as these people drive the markets will go forward. So let's just go ahead and look at the overall market while we're talking about that. The market cap here right now for crypto is going to be 3.68 trillion. Let's see, fear and greed is going to be at 28, so that's pretty fearful. Now listen, absolutely there's some blood in the streets right now. So also I'm looking at Bitcoin is down to 105. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin went below 100,000. Sad thing about it is, though, my personal feeling is only because of manipulation that it would be so. In life in general, there's nothing perfect and there's no perfect market. And right now, this is really becoming an issue. But at the same time, what can you do? You have to hold on. Main thing is like we have to make sure that we're not the ones getting shaken out. And also, like I said before, we can't really put a whole lot of everything into crypto. That's why I call this show Real Life Investing, because this is a nightmare for the majority of the people who are investing in crypto, myself included. This is something that we're dealing with, and it's very disturbing to a certain degree because of the fact that all we can do is wait and be patient, you know, and sooner or later things will come back to where they need to be. But at the same time, if you put too much of your eggs in this one basket, then right now you're suffering. So you have to make absolutely sure that you diversify yourself as well. So a lot of great bargains out here. Some that we'll talk about, some that we won't. My goodness. Ondo is at 67 cents. Are you kidding me? It's been a long time since I've seen that. So just saying, guys, no, not financial advice. Let's keep it moving a little bit. I want to keep it going because this is a video about Arcblock. But I wanted you to see overall what's happening in the market. I want you to see why Arcblock is so low because of all the macro economic things that are going on concerning not just the situation with Arcblock, but in general. Notice right here that we have Bitcoin dominance almost at 60% as well. Let's go ahead and look into the Twitter site talking about Arcblock. So this is giving us some nice little information about Arcblock being here to stay. Arcblock is launched a payment kit. I remember that earlier. So it supports credit card payments through Stripe. Arcblock's doing a lot of great things. They're coming up with a lot of great little inventions. Here's another, how can I say, event for Arcblock. So Seattle AI Week is just around the corner. Arcblock is excited to unveil new game-changing partnerships. We've been waiting on this forever. All right, that will fundamentally transform the entire tech landscape moving forward. October is the beginning chapter for what's done. So like I said before, we've been waiting on this for a long time. I'm going to click this, make it a little bit larger so I can see some of this a little bit better. Yeah, October. So right here, this is going to be Tuesday. Looks like October the 28th, and it's going to be from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time. So on the Pacific Ocean, Pacific coast. So just a heads up on that and what's going on. Another invention that Arcblock's created is called Acne Doc Smith. This is says documentation that ships with your code. I'm not going to go into that in detail because I need to make this a short enough video, but I'm just trying to get you guys to understand what Arcblock is doing and the fact that they're really moving forward in a lot of ways. What's this? Arcblock? Yeah, month of October. Got the partnerships here. And so the different partnerships that Arcblock is dealing with, whether it's colleges, I think hospitals, universities, just a lot of great things that are going on. Let's hurry up and go to the website. Lot of great things occurring on Arcblock as far as the website. Notice right here you have your applications. I'm not going to be able to go into those too much right now. Your components, your compute, storage, your blockchain, your identity, DID, DID wallet, DID Connect. These are decentralized identification. That's what we're talking about when we say DID. So right here, there's a little article. It's talking about comparing Doc Smith versus DeepWiki, and they do very similar things. But if you look, I think they have a nice little chart that explains how Doc Smith is doing a little bit more, so to speak. Now, let's go a little bit further in. I would go into this a little bit more, but we need to expedite a little bit of time also. Now, yeah, let's see. This is another thing. Decentralized identity, the end of data breaches. Another massive data breach. Why decentralized identity must replace passwords. And I got a feeling that this is just unfortunately going to keep happening over and over again, as far as like, the different times that Google or Facebook or Microsoft or somebody else says, hey, somebody hacked our 35 million accounts and your information is out there. That's happened so many times until it's ridiculous. But the decentralized identity does stop this because of the fact that your information is not in a centralized place. It's decentralized. Arcblock is one of the leaders in that. And so if it comes to certain technologies that you really want, also with the Arcblock browser, things of that nature, you're dealing with a lot more decentralized information instead of having your information on a central platform that people can hack and find your info. So keep that in mind with Arcblock. There's a reason why Arcblock is really doing so efficiently, moving so well. I'm just going to say that. Now, one more for the road here. Let's talk about how Arcblock joins the official U.S. delegation to Japan IT Week. It's showcasing a Washington State innovation on the global stage. So, yeah, Arcblock is pretty much based around Seattle, Washington, in that area. There's some other towns as well. I'm missing another town or two, but unfortunately, I can't really think of the town right now. But Washington State and Arcblock are, one and the same as far as coming to technology. A lot of technology coming out of Arcblock here. Building on a year of focused groundwork, Arcblock will join the U.S. government delegation at Japan IT Week Autumn 2025 in Tokyo this October. This is going to be a concrete step in our global expansion and a clear signal of our commitment to U.S.-Japan tech collaboration. During the event, we will be highlighting recent product releases, including Acne Doc Smith, WebSmith, ArcSphere, as well as some up and coming features. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to the things that Arcblock is getting ready to do, not only at this Japan week, but also the AI week that's going on in Seattle. I want to see the new partnerships that they have. I want them to come with it. In other words, it's time to put up or shut up. And I know that I haven't seen Arcblock shut up yet. They're always talking. They're always squeaking. They're always coming with their own news. They're not even worried about their news going into any type of news cycle. If you go to Arcblock, you'll see that they're creating their own news, whether it's from their own website or whether it's their own X site, as far as that's concerned. They're not concerned about the outside noise. That's why I know this company is going to continue to do well. And every time you look around, they have another invention or another product, something that's going to be that is already highly innovative. One of the things you can understand about Arcblock, we're not worried about a whole bunch of the other things that's going on, but do not forget the fundamentals, and do not forget that Arcblock is a high level innovator. This is Al, Real Life Investing. I do believe that if you invest in Arcblock, you're investing in a winner. Catch it at this low level right now, scoop it up while other people are afraid. And this is the best time to win, to be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. You all have a great day. Talk to you soon. Try to catch this winner. Bye.
Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.